What up, everybody? We're back. It's the same day as the one that I did the orgeat, so I'm wearing the same clothes. Don't comment about it. Today we're gonna make ginger syrup. So let's see if I can rip this. Oh yeah. Okay, so for ginger syrup, the one that I make again is different than a lot of people's. There's so many recipes out there. Bartending is very subjective, and everyone's palates are different. Everyone's eating habits are different. For I am vegan. Oh, finally, I was able to say that. Yeah, so I don't use honey because that's technically not vegan. I mean, I've researched it, and there are humane ways of getting honey, and like it is potentially okay for the bees, but like that's their fuel source. That's how they eat during the winter time. Whatever. All right. So today, how I make my ginger syrup is how we're gonna make it. So we're gonna need ginger. We're gonna need some warm water and some sugar. The way I do it is I make a simple syrup and then I just add ginger pretty much. So we're going to start with the sugar because I don't have a lot of sugar. So this is going to dictate how much syrup I am going to make. So let's see. Let's see what I have left. So I have 162 grams of sugar. I am using the turbinado sugar. I like turbinado sugar. I like the flavor it gives. I like the consistency it gives. It does make kind of brown syrups because it's kind of a brown sugar. That's just the way it's going to be. So if we have 162 grams of sugar, we're going to need 162 grams of water. And that's probably too much I poured out. 162 grams. What the fuck, mate? Okay. So add that. Cool. Give it a little stir there. So the oven is currently off because I have a lot to do right now, alright? We are going to weigh out 162 grams of ginger. Now I like my ginger syrup very spicy. So I'm gonna go 162 grams of ginger. What do we got? Wow, I don't even know if I'll have 162 grams. Fuck. I had no idea that that was only 150 grams. Well, looks like we're going 150 grams. Usually it's equal parts. So if you're gonna make it, be prepared. I thought the sugar was gonna be the fucking problem. This is the problem. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, 160 grams. It's actually only 150. So I got gypped ginger. Cutting board. And my peeler. So what we're going to do is quickly just skin. We're going to peel as much of the ginger skin off as we can. Try and, like, don't go overboard, but try and get everything you can get off. Because you're going to lose some ginger if you start getting too crazy. So just as much as you can get off. Awesome. A little bit of a messy job. Alright, we got our ginger. We are going to coin it. So when I said coin, I just meant to cut it into like dollar-sized pieces, like that. Size is usually pretty good. Alright, so I am just going to turn this on low to start warming that up. Again, like all syrups, or like most syrups, you don't want to boil it. You just want it to warm up. Start stirring. Get it moving around. Alright, just gonna finish this cut. You're gonna try and get that dissolved fully. Alright? You want all the sugar granules gone. Once the sugar is dissolved, we are then going to add the ginger. So we're very close to getting the sugar all dissolved. I'm gonna put the ginger in. I'm gonna keep stirring, and I'm actually gonna turn up the heat. Alright, so I'm gonna actually put it to about medium heat this time. And like I said before, my my stove / oven is super old, so the heat range is very off. Medium is pretty much high. So I'm just gonna bring this to a very light boil. Okay, we're gonna heat up all of the ginger and heat up the simple syrup that we made, so 1-to-1 sugar and water. Stirred it all up nice in there. So we're gonna bring this to a boil, a very light boil. We don't want it to be like going crazy. Starting to smell the ginger coming off of this. It's real nice. Sounds like a horse. Want that ginger to get nice and warm. That may be my brother coming up the stairs. I just heard the door. Come on, Ginger! Yeah, it's my brother. Watch out, bro, I'm filming.
What's this?
That's orange flower water.
Oh, you got some?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
We have an extremely light boil going right now. So I'm going to cover, and I'm going to lower the heat to a simmer. I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Simmering it for 15 minutes. So it's 8:55. I'll come back at 9:10. Alright, we're coming up on our 15 minutes of simmering. I'm actually just going to turn the stove off. Now, after the 15 minutes of simmering, I take it off the burner and I let it sit off of heat for 30 minutes. So, it's a waiting game. So it's 9:10. I'll come back at 9:40 and deal with this. It's been half an hour. It's time to check this out. Okay. What we're going to do is fine strain. Let that sit for a minute just to drip down. Then we're gonna take the ginger and we are going to press it and get as much of the juice out as we can. The next thing you're going to want to do is fine strain this. And this is just like a cheesecloth or a cheese bag. And very important for this one because you get a lot of gingery bits. You don't want that in your cocktails. So you're gonna fine strain with a, I think they call it a chino bag or something. I actually don't know. So I did the one fine strain. I'm actually gonna do another one, and this time I'm going to not go through the center of the bag, but go through the side, so it goes through two parts of the cloth here, right through the center. There you go. That's it. When it comes to the fresh herbs and the fresh fruit, you're going to want to put a little bit of overproof in it. I usually go a 1/4 ounce of overproof per 250 milliliter of syrup. So this is 250 mil. It's a little bit over, but 250 mil. So I'm going to put a 1/4 ounce of overproof. So I use this crazy overproof Spiritus Rectificani from Poland. 96% ABV. So like I said, just a 1/4 ounce. This will keep it from going bad. Now we can bottle. Oh. Actually, try a little bit of this quick. That's wonderful. And there you have it. Ginger syrup.